Blessings and abundance be upon you, family. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jonathan Edmond, and in this video today, we're going to be discussing 3 reasons why you need to start meditating today, right now, right after you're done watching this video. If you don't already meditate, 3 reasons why you need to begin meditating and how meditation can transform your life 180 degrees just like it did for me. Okay? And there's so many persons all over going through so many things right now, especially since the whole coronavirus pandemic and so on and so forth. And we need messages like this. We need information like this. So before I even continue, I'm encouraging you to give this a thumbs up and to spread this message, with your friends, family, acquaintances, just all over, to put this information out there, because all of this video and all the videos on this channel are all dedicated to the elevation of yourself, elevation of the people, the community, the country, the region, and beyond. Okay? So, first reason why you need to begin meditating today is meditation will lead to a more quiet mind. A more quiet mind. This is something that I experienced personally since I began meditating and was consistent with it. Meditation will lead to a more quiet mind, which means less thought activity. Now, having a more quiet mind is something which is so beneficial because you now have more mental clarity to focus on what is at hand, to focus on tasks, on projects, on focus on whatever it is that you have at hand, and you don't have all this noise in your head. So a more quiet mind leads to greater mental clarity and a greater ability to focus on what is at hand so you can perform and execute at a higher level. A more quiet mind also leads to a greater ease with problem solving. Whatever the problem may be, whatever the situation or the circumstance may be, having a more quiet mind leads to a greater ease in problem solving. Also, it also leads to just having more energy for activity, more energy to do things physically, more energy to think, and more energy to create. Because when your mind is quiet, or a busy mind, a loud mind, a noisy mind, takes a lot of energy from you. So energy is not just dispersed, or energy is not just used up through physical activity. Excessive thinking takes a lot of energy from you. So when you quiet the mind, then automatically you have more energy within your body and more energy to think and create, and so on and so forth. So a more quiet mind leads to all these things. The second reason why you need to start meditating today is meditation will help you to become more responsive and less reactive. So there's a difference between responding and reacting. Reacting is where you just react, without thinking, almost uncontrollably, to what is said or what is done to you, to external stimulus, right? Or external stimuli. But responding is where you actually make a conscious choice to do this or do that, or say this or say that, when you're faced with some factor, some external factor, or some internal factor as well. Okay, so that is the difference between reacting and responding. So meditation helps you to become more responsive and less reactive. Okay, because meditation creates a mental gap between what you experience, and also between what you do after experiencing what is experienced, or what you do when you experiencing what is experienced. Okay. I hope this didn't confuse you, but meditation allows you to have that time to think, right? You know the saying, people always say, think before you speak, think before you do this, think before you act. Meditation creates that time to think, creates that gap between what is experienced and what you do. Okay? And so in that way, it helps you to become more responsive. So what you do or say, or how you behave when you experience something, or when something is said or done to you, it becomes more of a conscious choice, as opposed to something that is just done unconsciously. Somebody says something insultive to you and you just react without thinking. You just go into a reactive state, into your normal reactive patterns and so on, or habitual patterns. Meditation allows you to become conscious of these habitual thought patterns, which you go into when persons say certain things to you, right? And it creates that gap where you now catch the normal reactions that you would have to certain stimuli. You now catch them mentally, and you become conscious of how you would normally react, and now you're able to make a conscious choice. Okay, so again, ultimately you become more responsive and less reactive through meditation. And this is so super powerful, because again, it gives you greater control over your being, over your behavior. So all of a sudden you don't get as triggered. You're not as triggered as you used to be. Persons are not able to get underneath your skin like they used to. Things that would normally make you upset or throw you off your balance would have less and less of that impact on you, because you meditate and you observe your thoughts. So now you catch these things, these thought patterns, before you put them out there. So again, meditation helps you to be more responsive and less reactive. Right, so the third reason, number 3, third reason why you need to begin meditating today, at Cholma, Abweza, if you don't already meditate, the third reason is because meditation will help you to move through anxiety and depression. And this is something that I could testify to. Meditation allows you to observe your thoughts. And the more you observe your thoughts, the more you realize that you don't have to take them on. You don't have to indulge in them. You could just ignore them. You could just allow them to be. Allow them to come and go. And in meditation, you do that. In meditation, one of the things you do is you observe your thoughts. And the more you observe your thoughts, you realize that thoughts arise and subside. And that's what the mind does. It just creates thoughts one after the other, and you don't have to take them on. So that way, if you're somebody who suffers with anxiety is all about living in the future, where you're worried about what might happen, what might go wrong, this might not, what might happen, or what might not happen, right? When you live excessively, or when you focus excessively on thoughts of the future, projections of the future, you develop anxiety, excessive worrying about everything that could go wrong, or everything that might not happen, and so on and so forth. And like I said, I've been there, so I know what it's like. It's all about projections into the future. When you're too focused on that, you develop anxiety. Depression is when you in the past. Depression is all about holding on, bringing back, and whenever your mind brings up past events, dwelling on that, right? Focusing on that, right? And just, again, living in the past, living in the mind excessively. And one of the things that you will notice about the mind through meditation is that the mind focuses heavily on past or future. The mind is all about past or future, right? As soon as you ground yourself in the present moment, as soon as you tune into your senses, the mind goes quiet, because the mind is all about past or future, right? And if you're too much in the past, then you may develop depression or fall into a state of depression. If you're too worried about the future, then you may develop fear and anxiety. Okay? But with meditation, you're able to observe your thoughts, and you're able to decide whether you're going to take on thoughts of the past or whether you're going to take on thoughts of the future. And most times you figure, you just remain, you become more and more in the middle. You become more and more grounded in the present moment, which helps you more and more to move through anxiety and depression. So these are 3 3 reasons why you need, if you don't already meditate, 3 reasons why you need to start meditating today, right? And again, that is a more quiet mind, which will change your life. Well, all 3 of them will change your life. A more quiet mind, you become more responsive and less reactive. And the third one is you're better able to move through anxiety and depression. Okay, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Start to meditate today. If you don't already meditate, it will change your life 180 degrees. Trust me. And, share this message with everybody, because everybody can benefit from this. Peace and love, one love. Till next time I will do a guided meditation. So I will take you through a mindfulness meditation session, guided. Peace and love, one love, from life. All the best.